Hello everybody, this is TB again. It's Saturday 23rd, 2013. Well, I thought I'd want to kind of update you on when I was talking about a steam engine, putting it on the front of a truck. Well, you'd have to put it there and make it front wheel drive. And then the thing is being able to be able to steer it. Because your train engine had plungers, and they hook on to the front to the iron wheels on the side of a train. You know what I mean? Unless you could run it all the way to the back and hook to the back, but you'd have to be loaded, and you wouldn't want to try to get off while them arms are rotating back and forth. You see what I'm saying? They rotate around back and forth to rotate your wheels. It'd be one side then the other. Be choo 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 choo. You get me there? Well, being able to fit that up where it work is the problem with a steam engine. Unless you just took a steam engine and had it cut down and put it into just put a big trailer on the back of the steam engine itself, and took the iron wheels off and lightened the boiler and lightened up the weight of the actual train engine area to where it was as light as, lighter so your rubber tires could hold it up. Now you can buy tires that will hold up. What I'm saying is that are solid tires that kind of like what the military uses. And they got a new tire now that collapses and then it'll roll on over rocks and stuff and reflex itself. But with a heavy train engine, that's just too heavy. I need a lighter type design on that. Smaller, something to fit your truck with practical common sense. The thing about it is to fit your truck bed, at least. If you hooked your truck bed to something like that and you had tires and stuff on it, or even tracks to go across country. But the tracks you couldn't put on the highway then. I'm talking about dozer tracks. You can put them on a lift by hydraulics, and you can lift the tracks up and down, but then you'd still have to have wheels to make the train engine go, to be able to pull itself, because on each side, those plungers, those arms that come down and hook onto the iron wheel used to bolt onto iron wheels to rotate back and forth, see, on the side of that steam engine. Those steam engines had a crankshaft in them, pistons, just like anything else does. But whenever the compression built up, it pushed the raise and lower them pistons to turn your crank and to speed it up and everything. You had to put more fuel to it. So the hotter that water boiled, the faster, the more steam it created to build a faster running machine. And I think they could get them up to 50, 55 mile an hour, I guess. I'm assuming they did. Maybe not even that fast on a steam engine, I don't know, but somewhere along that. But they do have a lot of pulling power. As you can see, they pull tons and tons of iron weight with coal and all kinds of stuff they shipped down the track back in the day. Now they've switched to diesel generators now. The only fuel part of it's diesel. And it's only for the generator. They have electric hub motors on the wheels now. But I was thinking about a steam engine because the steam engine would not require gasoline of any type. It does put a little carbon dioxide back in the air from wood or coal, naturally. And coal will hold heat longer than wood, but you can use wood in a steam engine. And you could get wood most anywhere you travel across country, especially in the backwoods. You could use wood to run that thing. And what if you had a super compression setup, where instead of using wood, we might go with carbide. I thought about carbide compression. Carbide compression is kind of like what they're using with hydrogen, except I don't know how much of it you could use without blowing yourself up. There's no study on carbide. Carbide fuel I know will burn, and any fuel under pressure, if you can put it under pressure, those gases, where it have enough pressure, it might work on a mechanical engine without buying gasoline. But how much is carbide? There you go again. You got to find out how much carbide runs if you go with a carbide combustion engine, if you could even get one to work off from it. Now that's another just a thing I thought of, because I know carbide is a methylene gas, kind of like, and it under compression it might work. I ain't saying it won't, but you'd have to know how much carbide to put in your water to make it burn, and it don't have to be heat up. What I'm saying is you wouldn't even have to use wood or even have to get that compression you want out of carbide. It would probably do it. You know, I haven't had any test on it yet, but I imagine it would work because of the gas pressure builds up. I know you can take a gallon jug. Now, don't do this because it is strictly illegal. But you can drill a hole on top of a gallon jug, like a bleach jug that has a screw-on lid. Put you some carbide in the bottom of that, and you can tie a rock or anything that's heavy, a weight, a window weight, something to sink the jug if you're fishing. Now, this is illegal, so don't do it. But it'll build up gas when you drop it down in the water. The water starts filling up. It'll take a little while for that water to fill up. It's not real quick. But whenever the gas fills up and expands to the fullest in that jug, it'll explode, and then you can gather up your fish with a net. But don't you get caught at it. I mean, Mr. Game Ranger will flat sack you. You know, I ain't committing that I did any such a thing, but I'm saying it would do that. It could. But if you get caught, that's like dropping dynamite in there. You know, it don't make a loud boom, but it will blow up underwater, and it will push the fish, if there's any in that area, up to the top of the water, knock them out. And all you got to do is have a doggone net and go along and sack your fish. You got dinner. But you will get a fine. You get caught doing this, and probably jail time. I wouldn't do it if I were you, but I'm just saying that's the reason. The only reason I said that is because I know it will build up pressure. But how much of the carbide would you have to put in a jug to make it run a car? Is my point. I'm not telling anybody to do something illegal, but there's a lot of things that will work. We know for survival. But we're talking about here building something for travel. In this point, what I was making a point of the gas pressure that it'll build up. So I don't know how much it would take. I have no study on it. I'd like to have an old combustion car engine, maybe an old 6-cylinder, and a gas can to try it on. But what you would want to do if you did do it is get the heck away from it till you see if it's going to start on it. Somehow you'd need a remote control electric start kit on it where you could get away from it when you start it, because it's going to be running off of that methylene gas that's coming off that carbon dioxide, off that carbide water gas. The carbide turns the water to a white gas, basically. And I'm sure, I just about bet that it would run on it. It'd be about like using propane or something. Like that under compression. I imagine it would run a mechanical engine. But how much and how much would carbide cost, and where can you get it anymore? I'm not sure. Might be able to get some at your local sports hunting store, or, you know, like the tackle box, or maybe get some over at a hardware store. Carbide, but it would take a lot of it to run your car very far, even if it did work. Which I'm not saying it does. I haven't tried it, so I don't know. I have never had a chance to put that theory to the test to see if it would run an old wore-out engine that you don't care about. That's what I'm saying. But you would not want to put that in there with the cap off. You leave the cap off so you get plenty of air if you did, until you because when you screw that cap down on there, it tight. That'll start to build up gas in that tank, and you won't get the heck away from it, because it just might split it plumb apart and kill you. You know, that's the thing. I was wondering how you would do it. That's the problem. How would you get the carbide gas to go into the cylinders without the tank blowing up first under pressure? Because I seen what it done to just a plastic jug, but I don't know if it would blow a metal tank up or not. There's been no test on that, so nobody go out and try this without getting somebody that really knows what they're doing with that. I wouldn't want a soul to get hurt or killed. 'Cause that could